This video is going to give you all the information that you might need to know with regards to the Siyavula ID, what it is, and how you can use it to manage your classes as a teacher. The Siyavula ID is a unique identifier for each user, which means any person who has a Siyavula account has a Siyavula ID attached to their account. To see your own Siyavula ID as a teacher or a learner, all you have to do is click on menu, click on my account, and you will see the Siyavula ID at the top of this page. It is a combination of alphabets and numbers, and it has 7 characters. As a teacher, to see the Siyavula IDs of your learners, click on Teacher Dashboard and scroll down to see the list of the classes that you are linked to. And below the class name that you would like to look at, click on Overview. Scroll down to see the list of your learners. You will notice that next to each learner's name, there is a Siyavula ID. The Siyavula ID was created for privacy purposes so that the email address or contact number that the learner uses for logging in is not shown there, but it is kept private. So how can you use the Siyavula ID in managing your classes? Number 1, if you have a learner that is linked in your class, but the learner indicates that they forgot their password, you can give the learner that Siyavula ID and the learner can use it for logging in. On the login page, instead of the email address, phone number, or username, on that block, the learner can put the Siyavula ID and then put their password and be able to log in. Number 2, if you have a learner that is not appearing on this list, that would mean the learner is not linked on your class. If a learner has a Siyavula account and is practicing, they need to be linked in your class. You can link the learner using the Siyavula ID. The learner can confirm what the Siyavula ID is from their own account, and then you can click Link Learner and put the Siyavula ID, then link the learner with that Siyavula ID. Number 3, if you have a case of multiple accounts, where a learner has multiple accounts and they are all linked in the class, the learner needs to be linked in the class with only one account. You can confirm with the learner which account they are logged in with by the learner looking at their Siyavula ID, and you can then remove the Siyavula ID that the learner is no longer using by ticking on that learner's name and then click Unlink Learner. The 4th way to use the Siyavula ID is if you have a case of a learner that appears on the system, on your list, but the learner indicates that they are not receiving the assignment, or even when you check the learner's practice history, you notice that the learner is not practicing on this account. You might find that the learner is actually logged in with a different account which is not linked to the class. Then you can ask the learner to give you that Siyavula ID. Then you can link it on this class by clicking Link Learner at the top and then removing the account that the learner is not using. That is how you can use the Siyavula ID.